All right, cold temperatures are out there, and now that old man winter is settling in and the holidays are over, many people are feeling down, maybe a little blue, and people start sleeping more, eating more, and avoiding social situations. I know sometimes I feel that way. Well, some people actually become very depressed until spring arrives, and we know in Dayton that's a long time from now. So what can you do? What can you do to beat those winter blues? Dr. Rob is here with tips to help you keep you smiling all year long. Good to see you again.
Good to see you. And all you can do is smile, because with weather like this outside, it is cold and it's easy to feel depressed.
Yeah.
And then you just don't feel good. You don't want to do anything, and you're thinking, gosh, spring is 90 days away. What do I do? Look
this
at
is
all
us.
this
This is
snow.
what we have to do every day. You've got
to
shovel all of it. You've got to be out in it. You got to put on the boots, the long johns.
And unless you're skiing in this.
Do you wear long johns?
I do when I ski.
Oh, okay.
Gotta stay warm.
I actually
right?
have them on right now today. I actually wear long johns today.
Yeah.
No
well,
joke.
I don't blame you. It is cold outside. But guess what? I have some tips for us today that will help with seasonal depression due to the winter blues.
Okay, good.
There's cold weather, things that we can do on a daily basis to make us feel better. And the first thing that we can do, Dayton, is be social. Get out there, associate with your friends, your family, do things every day. Just like you and I do. What do? We get together every night. We go to the gym, so we get some social time in. We get some exercise. That's another great thing that we can do to help beat the winter blues, is to exercise those blues away. Because when we exercise, we release epinephrine, norepinephrine, dopamine, serotonin, all the feel-good chemicals that keep us from being depressed.
And the one thing, too, I think, sunlight, which is hard to come by with all the cloud cover.
It's tough, but sunlight's very important. Actually, when we wake up in the day, get this, Sean, when you wake up in the day, when the light hits your eyes and turns on those photoreceptor cells that are in your eyes, it actually tells your brain to stop making melatonin. Melatonin is what makes you want to go to sleep. So it stops the production of that, so you'll start to wake up. Starts releasing all those hormones to get you going in the day. So getting sunlight on your face is very important.
All right, but you know what? Another good way to wake up in the morning, I know a lot of us in the Miami Valley use this, coffee, more so specifically caffeine.
A little bit of caffeine can do away with the blues, so it is helpful. For those that are sensitive to caffeine or have anxiety issues, you really want to avoid caffeinated products, but a little bit of caffeine can perk up your day and get you moving through.
And I want to point out something real quick, too, because, you know, you can sometimes delegate how much coffee you use. So you can make a strong cup or you can make a weaker cup, and that's something you can kind of scale back, too. So like you said, if you wanted to try caffeine, maybe try the mild version, right?
A little bit, on the light side.
Dark, yeah. Try the lighter side.
I'm a fan of espresso. I like the Italian espressos. One little
jolt, you're good to go, but then you're wired, and that's what happens.
But that helps get away the blues, right?
Okay.
Get away with the blues. But the most important thing that you can do on a regular basis is get this. Get enough vitamin D, which is so hard to do in the wintertime in the northern hemisphere because there isn't enough sunlight.
Okay.
So vitamin D, about a third of our genetic expression, our genome, how our body functions, is vitamin D dependent. It's considered a pro-hormone. It's one of the most important supplements that you can take in the wintertime is vitamin D.
Okay, so we can do that through supplements too. And then I know you brought this. We don't have this on file, but you did bring one of these tests in that you guys run over the Alpha Male Institute.
Yes, genetic testing. And get this. We can do genetic tests and actually look inside your blood, look at the human genome, and know if you have genetic defects for the absorptions of important nutrients that control, get this, anxiety, seasonal affective disorder, or depression that we get, the winter blues. And when we run tests like this, I don't know if we can take a closer look at this, but we can actually see on this sheet right here, the genetic defects that this individual has. And actually, this person was suffering from seasonal affective disorder because they had a genetic defect at a specific one called VDR, which doesn't allow for the absorption of vitamin D, so they have to have injectable. And so they were on antidepressants and they weren't doing well, and all we had to do was give them one little shot of vitamin D, and it was
good to go.
all fixed, all because of that genetic defect.
Of course, you don't know until you go, and of course, that'd be a great start there, alphamaleinstitute.com, if you did want to find out more on there. Your office is located in Springboro?
Yep, Springboro.
Okay. So you can always find more there, and americasfitnessdoctor.com for more on Dr. Rob and all of his wonderful tips to beat the winter blues. I know a lot of us needed it, so thanks so much for coming on.
See you in the gym.
See you in the gym, and hopefully you guys, too.